Chasing progress, not perfection, is one of the most powerful principles you can adopt for success in life. Too often, people fall into the trap of striving for perfection, believing it is the ultimate standard of achievement. They hesitate to take action because they fear making mistakes, or they hold themselves back because their efforts don't meet some impossible ideal. But the pursuit of perfection is a mirage. It's an illusion that can paralyze you with inaction or drown you in frustration. Real success and fulfillment come from progress, from consistently moving forward step by step toward your goals. Progress is the real measure of growth. Every small step you take, every little improvement you make, adds up over time. The key is to start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. You don't have to be perfect to make progress, and you don't have to have all the answers to begin. What matters is that you take action, even if it's imperfect. Every action creates momentum, and with momentum comes confidence and clarity. As you move forward, you'll find that each step builds on the last, bringing you closer to your goals. Perfectionism is often rooted in fear, the fear of failure, criticism, or not being enough. But the truth is, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of the process. Every successful person has failed, often multiple times, on their journey to greatness. The difference is that they didn't let failure stop them. Instead, they viewed it as feedback, as an opportunity to learn, adjust, and try again. When you focus on progress instead of perfection, you give yourself permission to make mistakes, to learn from them, and to grow. Progress also fosters resilience. When you stop demanding perfection from yourself, you become more adaptable and open to change. Life is unpredictable and challenges are inevitable. But when your focus is on progress, you're better equipped to navigate setbacks and obstacles. You see them not as insurmountable barriers, but as temporary detours that can teach you valuable lessons. Resilience grows with each challenge you face and overcome, making you stronger and more determined to keep moving forward. One of the most liberating aspects of chasing progress is that it allows you to appreciate the journey. When you're fixated on perfection, you're always looking ahead, never satisfied with the present. But when you focus on progress, you learn to celebrate every small win, every milestone, and every bit of growth along the way. These moments of celebration fuel your motivation and remind you that you're on the right path. Chasing progress also leads to a deeper sense of fulfillment. Perfection is an impossible standard that can leave you feeling inadequate no matter how much you achieve. Progress, on the other hand, is measurable and achievable. It gives you a sense of accomplishment and pride in the effort you've put in. Each step forward, no matter how small, is proof of your growth and determination. To embrace progress, set realistic and achievable goals. Break them down into smaller, manageable steps that you can work on consistently. Focus on what you can do today to move closer to your goals. Remember, consistency is more important than intensity. Small, consistent actions over time lead to big results. Trust the process and be patient with yourself. Surround yourself with people who support and encourage your progress. Seek out mentors, friends, or colleagues who celebrate your efforts and remind you of your potential. Avoid those who criticize or demand perfection. The right people will inspire you to keep going, even when the journey feels tough. Ultimately, chasing progress is about valuing growth over flawlessness. It's about recognizing that every step forward, no matter how imperfect, is a step in the right direction. When you let go of the need for perfection, you free yourself to take action, learn, and grow. You open the door to new possibilities and experiences that can transform your life. So don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions. Start now, embrace progress, and watch as you move closer to the life you've always envisioned. Starting before you're ready is one of the most liberating and transformative decisions you can make. Too often, people wait for the perfect moment, the time when they feel completely prepared, have all the resources, or possess every skill they think they need. But the truth is, the perfect moment rarely, if ever, comes. The idea of being ready is often just a mental barrier, a way of postponing action out of fear or uncertainty. By deciding to start before you feel ready, you break through this barrier and open the door to growth, learning, and progress. When you start before you're ready, you give yourself permission to take imperfect action. This is crucial because action, even when it's not perfect, creates momentum. Momentum propels you forward, helping you to overcome inertia and self-doubt. It's like pushing a car that's stalled. Getting it moving initially takes effort, but once it starts rolling, it's much easier to keep it going. The same principle applies to your goals. Taking that first step, no matter how small or uncertain, sets the wheels in motion. One of the biggest benefits of starting before you're ready is that it forces you to learn and adapt in real time. Waiting until you feel fully prepared often means waiting indefinitely, as there will always be more to learn or refine. When you take action, you gain hands-on experience that teaches you far more than theoretical preparation ever could. Real-world challenges provide invaluable lessons and insights that you simply can't acquire by staying on the sidelines. Starting before you're ready also helps you overcome fear. Fear of failure, rejection, or making mistakes is one of the most common reasons people hesitate to take action. But the longer you wait, the more those fears grow. Taking the first step, even if it's uncomfortable, diminishes fear because action proves to your mind that you're capable of handling challenges. Each step you take builds confidence and reduces the power of fear over your decisions. Another critical aspect of starting early is that it accelerates your growth. When you wait for perfect readiness, you delay the learning process. But when you dive in, you fast-track your development by exposing yourself to real-life situations. These experiences not only help you build skills, but also reveal areas where you need to improve. Over time, this cycle of action and learning leads to exponential growth that would never be possible if you were still waiting to feel ready. Starting before you're ready doesn't mean being reckless or unprepared. It means being willing to take action despite uncertainty and being open to learning as you go. For example, if you have a business idea but don't feel you know everything about entrepreneurship, start small. Test your idea, gather feedback, and make adjustments along the way. The same applies to any goal, whether it's learning a new skill, pursuing a fitness journey, or advancing in your career. You don't need to have all the answers up front, you just need to start. Progress comes from action, not from endless planning or waiting. It's easy to get caught up in overthinking, analyzing every possible outcome, or waiting for conditions to be perfect. But these behaviors often lead to paralysis, where you do nothing because the task seems too daunting. When you choose to act instead, you bypass the mental roadblocks and begin building momentum. Large part of my success has come from making decisions and then starting the process of taking action to face the new challenges they bring. It's also important to recognize that starting before you're ready is not about lowering your standards. It's about embracing imperfection as part of the process. Nobody achieves greatness without making mistakes along the way. Mistakes are not failures. They're stepping stones that guide you toward success. Each mistake you make provides valuable feedback, showing you what works and what doesn't. This feedback is essential for growth and improvement. Finally, starting before you're ready sets you apart from the majority of people who hesitate, procrastinate, or give up. Most people wait for ideal circumstances that never arrive. By taking action, you demonstrate courage, initiative, and a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. These qualities not only help you achieve your goals, but also inspire others to do the same. The journey to success begins with a single step, and that step doesn't require you to be perfect or fully prepared. It simply requires you to start. Trust that you'll figure things out along the way, and remember that every great achievement started with someone who was willing to begin before they felt ready. Your readiness grows as you move forward, and with each step you'll gain the confidence, skills, and clarity needed to succeed. The most important thing is to take that first step today. Focusing on consistency, not intensity, is a cornerstone of sustainable success and meaningful progress. Many people fall into the trap of believing that extraordinary effort in a short burst is the key to achievement. They dive into new goals with enthusiasm, working tirelessly for a few days or weeks, only to burn out or lose motivation. True success, however, is not about how hard you work in a single moment, but about the steady, continuous effort you apply over time. Consistency transforms small daily actions into remarkable long-term results. Consistency builds momentum. When you commit to taking small, manageable steps every day, those steps accumulate into significant progress. Imagine a dripping faucet. A single drop of water may seem insignificant, but over time those drops can fill a bucket. The same principle applies to your goals. Each small action, repeated consistently, contributes to your growth and success. Whether you're learning a new skill, improving your health, or building a career, it's the daily habits that ultimately shape your outcomes. One of the most powerful aspects of consistency is its ability to create habits. Habits are the foundation of all progress because they make effort automatic. When you perform an action regularly, it becomes ingrained in your routine, requiring less mental energy and willpower. For example, if you set aside 30 minutes each morning to exercise, read, or work on a personal project, it becomes second nature over time. These habits, once established, create a structure that supports your goals even on days when motivation is low. Consistency also fosters mastery. Mastery of any skill or endeavor comes from repetition and practice. When you work on something consistently, you refine your technique, deepen your understanding, and build confidence in your abilities. A musician who practices every day, even for a short time, will make far greater progress than someone who practices sporadically but intensely. The same applies to any area of life, whether it's writing, public speaking, or building relationships. Consistent effort leads to improvement and eventual expertise. And moreover, consistency cultivates discipline. Discipline is the ability to stay committed to your goals, even when it's challenging or inconvenient. By showing up every day and doing the work, you train yourself to prioritize your long-term vision over short-term comfort. Discipline is not something you're born with. It's something you develop through repeated action. Each time you choose consistency, you strengthen your ability to stay focused and committed, regardless of external circumstances. This consistency is common in many careers, especially in financial planning, but a consistency with the right goals is strategy number one. Consistency is not true. Consistency is not about never missing a day or always performing at your best. It's about showing up more often than not and getting back on track when you stumble. Life is unpredictable and setbacks are inevitable, but what matters is your ability to recover and continue moving forward. Consistency allows room for imperfection while still maintaining steady progress toward your goals. The power of consistency is particularly evident in compounding results. Just as compound interest grows wealth exponentially over time, consistent effort produces exponential growth in your skills, knowledge, and achievements. For example, reading just 10 pages of a book each day may not seem like much, but over a year, it adds up to over 3,600 pages, roughly 12 books. Similarly, saving a small amount of money regularly can lead to significant financial growth over time. These small, consistent actions create a ripple effect that amplifies your results in ways you might not anticipate. Focusing on consistency over intensity also prevents burnout. Intense efforts can be exhausting and unsustainable, especially if you're trying to maintain them over long periods. Consistency, on the other hand, prioritizes balance and longevity. By setting realistic, achievable goals and committing to steady progress, you avoid the highs and lows of overexertion and subsequent burnout. This approach ensures that you can sustain your efforts for the long haul, leading to greater overall success. Another key benefit of consistency is its impact on your mindset. Consistent action reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. Each small win builds confidence, creating a positive feedback loop that motivates you to keep going. When you see progress, no matter how incremental, it reminds you that your efforts are paying off, inspiring you to stay the course. To focus on consistency, start by setting clear, realistic goals. Break these goals into smaller, manageable tasks that you can accomplish daily or weekly. Create a routine that supports these tasks and prioritize them in your schedule. Remember, it's better to take small, consistent steps than to aim for massive leaps that are difficult to sustain. Celebrate your progress along the way, and don't be discouraged by occasional setbacks. What matters most is your commitment to showing up and doing the work over time. Consistency is the secret ingredient that transforms effort into achievement. It may not always be glamorous or exciting, but it is reliable and effective. By focusing on consistency instead of intensity, you build a foundation for lasting success, develop habits that support your growth, and create a life of purpose and fulfillment. Stay the course, trust the process, and watch as your small, consistent actions lead to extraordinary results. Learning from mistakes is one of the most powerful ways to grow and succeed. Mistakes are not failures, they are invaluable lessons that teach us what works, what doesn't, and where we need to improve. Embracing mistakes as opportunities rather than setbacks shifts your mindset from fear to curiosity and from frustration to determination. When you see mistakes as part of the journey, you unlock your potential for growth and open the door to greater achievement. Mistakes are inevitable. No matter how prepared or skilled you are, errors will happen along the way. Instead of fearing or avoiding them, it's important to accept them as a natural part of life. Every successful person has encountered obstacles and made missteps, but what sets them apart is how they respond. They don't dwell on their errors or let them define their self-worth. Instead, they analyze what went wrong, extract the lessons, and use that knowledge to move forward stronger and wiser. The first step in learning from mistakes is to take responsibility. It's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck for your missteps, but doing so robs you of the opportunity to grow. When you take ownership of your actions and their outcomes, you empower yourself to make changes and improve. Taking responsibility doesn't mean being overly critical of yourself. It means recognizing where you could have done better and committing to doing so in the future. Reflection is the cornerstone of learning from mistakes. After a mistake, take the time to analyze what happened. Ask yourself questions like, what led to this outcome? What decisions or actions could I have taken differently? And what can I learn from this experience? This process requires honesty and self-awareness, but it is through this introspection that you gain the insights needed to grow. The lessons you uncover become the building blocks for future success. Another key aspect of learning from mistakes is resilience. Mistakes can be disappointing, but they don't have to be discouraging. Resilience is the ability to bounce back and keep moving forward, even after setbacks. It's about maintaining your focus and determination despite the challenges you face. Every time you recover from a mistake and take another step forward, you strengthen your resilience and build confidence in your ability to overcome obstacles. Mistakes also teach humility and adaptability. When you make a mistake, it's a reminder that you don't have all the answers and that there is always more to learn. This humility keeps you open to new ideas and perspectives, making you more adaptable in the face of change. Adaptability is a critical skill in an ever-evolving world. By learning from your mistakes, you become better equipped to navigate uncertainties and seize opportunities as they arise. Mistakes also foster creativity and innovation. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in history have come from accidents or failures. For example, Thomas Edison famously said about inventing the light bulb, "I have not failed, I've just found 1,000,000 ways that won't work." Each mistake he made brought him closer to success. When you view mistakes as experiments rather than failures, you create a mindset that encourages exploration and discovery. To truly benefit from mistakes, it's important to take action based on what you've learned. Reflection and insight are valuable, but they only lead to growth when paired with deliberate changes. Apply the lessons you've gained to improve your strategies, refine your approach, and avoid repeating the same errors. This proactive response ensures that each mistake becomes a stepping stone toward your goals. One of the most empowering aspects of learning from mistakes is the confidence it builds. When you overcome a setback and turn it into a lesson, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling challenges. This confidence reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed, even in the face of adversity. Over time, this mindset of growth and resilience becomes a core part of who you are. It's also important to share the lessons you've learned from your mistakes. Whether in personal relationships or professional settings, being open about your experiences can inspire and guide others. Your willingness to acknowledge and learn from your errors demonstrates integrity and fosters trust. It also creates a culture of growth where mistakes are seen not as failures, but as opportunities for collective improvement. Ultimately, learning from mistakes is about seeing them for what they truly are, opportunities in disguise. Each mistake carries a valuable lesson that can guide you toward greater success. By taking responsibility, reflecting on your actions, and applying what you've learned, you transform setbacks into stepping stones. You build resilience, adaptability, and confidence, setting yourself on a path of continuous growth. Embrace your mistakes, learn from them, and watch as they propel you toward a brighter and more successful future. Celebrating every milestone, no matter how small, is a powerful way to stay motivated and maintain a positive mindset on your journey towards success. Life is a series of steps, and progress often comes in small, incremental victories rather than giant leaps. By taking the time to recognize and honor each milestone, you not only reinforce your commitment to your goals, but also build the emotional resilience to keep going. Celebration is not just about acknowledging success. It's about cultivating gratitude, sustaining momentum, and creating a rewarding journey. When you celebrate milestones, you remind yourself of the progress you've made. It's easy to become so focused on the ultimate goal that you overlook how far you've already come. This can lead to frustration, self-doubt, and burnout. But when you take a moment to reflect on your achievements, you gain a sense of accomplishment and perspective. Each milestone, no matter how small, serves as evidence that your efforts are paying off. This recognition fuels your confidence and strengthens your belief in your ability to succeed. Celebration also reinforces positive behavior. Our brains are wired to seek rewards. When you celebrate a milestone, you create a sense of satisfaction and joy, which encourages you to keep taking consistent action. For example, if you're working on improving your fitness and you celebrate sticking to your workout routine for a week, you're more likely to stay motivated to continue. Celebration becomes a form of positive reinforcement, turning your goals into a series of achievable, rewarding experiences. Acknowledging milestones helps you stay present and engaged in the journey. Too often, people become fixated on the end result, believing they'll only be happy once they've achieved their ultimate goal. This mindset can make the process feel like a grind, robbing you of the joy and fulfillment that comes from growth. By celebrating along the way, you learn to appreciate the journey itself. You begin to see that success is not just about the destination, but about the person you become and the lessons you learn along the way. Celebration doesn't have to be extravagant or time-consuming. It can be as simple as pausing to reflect on your progress, treating yourself to something you enjoy, or sharing your achievement with someone who supports you. The key is to choose a form of celebration that feels meaningful to you. For instance, if you're working toward a financial goal, celebrating might mean giving yourself a small treat within your budget. If you're building a new skill, it could mean sharing your progress with a mentor or friend who understands the effort you've put in. Celebrating milestones also helps you build momentum. Success breeds success, and each celebration acts as a stepping stone to the next achievement. When you acknowledge your progress, you create a positive feedback loop that keeps you moving forward. For example, if you're learning a new language, celebrating milestones like completing a chapter in a textbook or holding your first conversation in the language motivates you to tackle the next challenge with enthusiasm. Moreover, celebration cultivates gratitude, which is a powerful tool for maintaining a positive mindset. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you haven't achieved to what you have. When you take the time to appreciate your progress, you create a sense of abundance and satisfaction. This perspective not only boosts your mood, but also enhances your resilience in the face of challenges. Gratitude helps you stay grounded and reminds you of the value of your efforts, even during difficult times. Celebrating milestones also strengthens your relationships. Sharing your achievements with friends, family, or colleagues creates opportunities for connection and support. The people who care about you want to celebrate your successes with you, and involving them in your journey fosters a sense of community. Their encouragement can provide additional motivation and remind you that you're not alone in your pursuit of your goals. If you want to improve your self-esteem, You have to treat yourself with a sense of optimism and remind yourself of the importance. And it's important to remember that milestones are deeply personal. What feels like a significant achievement to one person may seem minor to another. The key is to celebrate what matters to you and what reflects your unique journey. Whether it's taking the first step toward a goal, overcoming a fear, or reaching a specific benchmark, every milestone deserves recognition. In the end, celebrating every milestone is about creating a life of fulfillment and joy. It's about recognizing that success is not just about achieving big goals, but about appreciating the small victories along the way. Each celebration reaffirms your progress, strengthens your motivation, and makes the journey more meaningful. By celebrating your milestones, you turn your pursuit of success into a series of rewarding moments, ensuring that every step forward is a step worth celebrating.